meets leather, and we're underway. A touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. 5-1 start. It's been about their head coach and a certain opening within the Big Ten. Darius Taylor is in the backfield. He'll carry it off the right-hand side. They want to get something done. He's not exceeding expectations, though people around here might differ with that, thinking he's been better than advertised. Taylor this time is stoned at the line of scrimmage. Jabin Wright. Out of the shotgun. Bubble screen complete to Tracy.
Is giving different looks and showing this young quarterback things he may not have seen.
Tom Weston with a beautiful high punt. Corey Barney is back deep. PJ gets a workout every time out. Emmett Johnson's in the backfield. Raiola's pass is caught. And Isaiah Hunter is twirled down as Raiola's pass. Take the layups. Take what's given. Dink and dunk if need be. Raiola chased down from Anthony Smith, the defensive end.
They think they have an edge on those edges.
Pressure off the edge again. For the sidelines, incomplete. Great coverage. Very physical coverage to go along with it. Archie Wilson to punt it away. Beautiful Aussie boot. End over end to Parrish. Look out. Nebraska's special teams, that has been first down. Second possession of the game for Minnesota. Markers down as Taylor forges ahead for about 2, and that's all.
Looked like McCullough was lined up in the neutral zone.
Defense number 5, number 15.
Distances to get first downs on third down.
On 1st and 5. No bootleg action here. And again underneath on the shallow cross to Gears. Got one to work with, don't they, partner? Uh-oh, ball's on the ground, scooped up by Taylor. And he manages to get it to the line of scrimmage. Taylor now gets into the Wildcat. They run this inside the red zone a lot. Cam Davis is in the backfield with him. And Taylor's got the first down and then some. Lindsey backs out into the shotgun. Davis cuts it back out. Looks like we're going to get a timeout from Minnesota. They run the football, and they generally stop the run. Darius Taylor's in the backfield on 2nd down and 5. Taylor looking to bounce out. Not much room at all at Nebraska front. Rockington was in motion. Underneath they go to Taylor. Darius Taylor's going to be a yard shy, maybe 2. Yeah, make Raiola take his team on a long haul. Don't give up half the field. Weston to boot it away. Barney standing at his 6-yard line. Another end-over-ender off the side of the foot. Emmett Johnson, the lone setback out of the shotgun. Raiola. And again, yards on the ground coming grudgingly from both teams. Raiola, out pattern Johnson. This is why they love him so much. PJ Fleck leering the cheers, taking a sabbatical and let go by the Cougars. 3rd and 5 for Raiola. Nowhere to go. Great coverage by Minnesota. And Dillon's just ad-libbing. Look at that! It's Lindenmeyer. A first down at the 47 of Nebraska. Biggest play from scrimmage for either team. 21 yards. Johnson. There you see his ability to cut back. 1st and 10. Hunter in tight on the left side. Johnson. Not much. Well, you notice they're wearing the all whites for them in these uniforms. And yeah, they are wearing the pink sneakers to pay respects to breast cancer research. And Johnson, not much this time. Devin Williams. pass is incomplete. Dane Key, the intended receiver, marker down. Looks like they may tag Kerry Brown when Nebraska played Michigan State.
They love to give big play action here with these tight, condensed splits.
Emmett Johnson, boy, look at the garnet and gold of Minnesota offensively for either team here in the first quarter. Raiola. Oh, what a shovel pass! Talk about an ad-lib. It was a dangerous one to Hunter. First down, 10 from the 14. Banging through there is Emmett Johnson, running right into Williams. Couple of wides, extra tight end in. Fade pattern in the corner. Dane Key, incomplete.
Number 2, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. is a guy they love to get to.
Trouble, and down goes Raiola. Devin Eastern, 91, the nose tackle.
He's 3 points.
Kyle Cunanan in for the field goal, 33 yards. The defenses have controlled, for the most part, all of this one. Here comes Coy Parrish. Markers down behind him.
Holding. Receiving team number 35.
Tough field position against this Nebraska defense, the way they've been playing. Lindsey. Beautifully done. Finds Coleman on the run. Malachi Coleman with the biggest play. They love this kid's maturity, and what's not to like? Quick out, caught by Bieber.
He said last week he should have played more man-to-man coverage, and I think he's going to start to play it because Lindsey has shown that he can beat zone.
Darius Taylor, DT for a TD. Are they going to rule him out at the 1? Oh my goodness. They're going to rule him down at the 1. But he stepped out at the 1. Yep, right there. Ball was at the 1-yard line. Taylor dots the I. It's Lindsey. Are they going to give it to him? Boy, PJ is apoplectic over there. And they do. They do give him the touchdown. PJ was lobbying pretty hard on the sidelines. Brady Dinneberg, 92. That's a high snap. No problem. Because Bo Pelini was winning a national title in 07 at LSU, so my apologies to Callahan. Mosey back deep, and they'll let it go through for a touchback, trailing for the first time in this game. Isaiah Mosey. Mosey's on ahead to the 30-yard line.
Safety stack, you got to pressure.
Off the edge again, Raiola's in trouble. Carter Mims one more time. And those rush-ins have been effective, even when only bringing 3. Here they come again. Raiola gets away again. To the tight end, incomplete. Incredible freshman. Highly sought-after punter. Beautiful, too. Parrish, always dangerous. Even in the 1920, you're killing me here. You're killing me.
Well, you know who's killing? Minnesota's offense on first down. Yes. First down productivity, 4 or 5. They're getting 4 yards or more quite often.
Not this time. Huskers right there to jam it up for Darius Taylor.
9 yards.
71 of it on one play. And this is just the kind of game, in terms of tempo, that P.J. Fleck wants. Taylor cuts it back up. Out of the shotgun. Taylor. Well, just as you prescribed in the open. Weston to boot it away. They stay at home this time.
Much better job by Nebraska.
Barney with a fair catch at the 18-yard line.
And he's talking to Max Brosmer, so he's definitely coaching him.
Emmett Johnson, they want to get him on track. He certainly has the ability. Play fake, Raiola in trouble. He threw that left-handed to Lindenmeyer. He went southpaw.
goodness. You go naked bootleg, right? You got a guy on the edge, Baranowski. Get away from him, but he's on my right arm. So here I go with the left, and it's not that bad of a throw. A great play.
Evan Johnson in the backfield, out of the gun. Little RPO action, it's complete. Quinn Clark. Shoved out of bounds all the way down to the 22. First down 10, ball at the 22. Johnson, a hop, skip, and a beauty, and look out. Inside the 15, finally dumped. They did give him the first down at the 11.5. Great defensive play here by Maverick Baranowski. Raiola in trouble again and down. Boy, Carter Mims is having himself a first half. Third down and 17. Raiola, it's a curl to Mills, and it's stopped.
You're going to have 57. Elijah Pritchett on a hold. Right, so he's a defenseless player, so it has to be forcible contact to the head or neck area. It doesn't have to be the crown, right? He's defenseless there. That's forcible contact to the head or neck area.
Number 57, the offense, targeted defensive player number 9. He is disqualified for the remainder of the game. It's third down, Nebraska, at the 29-yard line.
Johnson's the setback. Raiola got a lot of green grass in front of him. Dillon's got a lot of green grass. 30-yard try here for Cunanan. Bangs it through. And that included his team. Penn State, of course, making its move. James Franklin out. And P.J. Fleck on the other side said 15 days. Just 15 days. Here's Cam Davis with a return. Benny Ejiboy is coming at running back, number 7, to spell Darius Taylor for Minnesota. And Ejiboy ahead to the 20. Second and 8. Lynn Power high behind Drake Lindsey. He sets up, going for the post. Incomplete. A judgment call every time out. Third and 8 for Lindsey. It's a crossing pattern. It's caught. And it is Jalen Smith for the first down.
By Drake Lindsey.
Nothing too dynamic from Lindsey, but he's 6 out of 7 for 39 yards as Taylor, Ejiboy, remains in the backfield, number 7. Pressure, lots of heat coming Lindsey's way. 4 wides.
This is where McCullough could be big.
Lindsey, crossing pattern, caught by Smith. Jalen Smith makes the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, of course, when you run that shallow cross, you got to use everything you got.
Absolutely. A little chicanery back over to Taylor. Darius Taylor gets it to midfield. Huskers bring 4. Over the middle and dropped. Third down and 7. Taylor, run down from behind. Defensive football team in every category. Tom Weston will boot it away to Corey Barnes inside the 20, waiting this end-over-end punt. He decides to reverse field and lose yardage. Prime time, you got Holy War, Utah, and BYU. All of that coming up tomorrow on Fox. Hunter. Dana Holgerson's going to keep the pedal to the metal. There's Hunter and Isaiah. Raiola on his own. Raiola in all kinds of trouble. Anthony Smith with the takedown. 5th sack of the night for the Golden Gophers. Well, Danny Collins has got to be licking his chops. Some human highlights from Raiola, and of course the Taylor run of 71 was big. And even Holgerson's well aware of it, and he'll run those little bubble screens, quick hitches. Minnesota's been quick even to those. Emmett Johnson, nothing doing.
Yeah, they have, Tim, and I think you're going to see an infusion of those screens. We didn't see a bunch of them in the first half, but there are going to be some screens, some quick hitters to make sure that you make those defensive linemen waste those pass rush moves so that they can get that ball out quickly. And I think that'll be really conducive to the success of this offense moving forward.
A little something to remind you of. Marcus Satterfield, who was the offensive coordinator, now coaching tight ends. A curl pattern, a quickly thrown ball to Isaiah Hunter. When Holgerson was hired to replace Satterfield, he did not bring his air raid in. No, he did not want to do that to Dillon and his veteran team. He adapted to the offense that was already in place, and he's worked around that to show you again the brilliance of having a guy like Holgerson as your offensive coordinator. And then hanging on to Satterfield, too, says a lot about where the program is and what kind of head coach Matt Rule is. Third down and 2.
You got a light box. I run this football here.
Out of the shotgun, off the edge, pressure. Emmett Johnson has a first down. Oh, can you imagine him jumping rope? Arguably the most overlooked defender because of the presence of Corey Parrish. Johnson! Oh, he almost broke it. Gooseby with the saving tackle. That's Aiden Gooseby, number 7. 17 yards.
We've seen number 44, Luke Lindenmeyer, make a bunch of plays in the pass game. How about him on the outside blocking to clear out the way for Emmett Johnson?
Welcome home, Emmett. Make the most of the opportunity. Barney in motion. They look that way. He's got it, and down he goes. Immediately. Jalen Mountain, you think about these guys, how many of them they've done?
That's a really nice job. They try to create leverage with the motion, but because Minnesota is in that zone coverage, you have a corner outside waiting for it to develop. Barney gets outside, he tries to outflank the defense, but it cannot be outflanked because of the tackle of number 5, Jalen Bowden.
By the way, that's his 3rd tackle. The other 2 were against Northwestern State, so they are getting a little deeper into that secondary now. Blitz off the corner, looking long, it's Key, and it's overthrown. 3rd down and 9, out of the shotgun. Pressure again, Raiola, all kinds of trouble, down he goes. Added to the sack total, that's their 6th of the night. Jackson Howard, the numero number 1, gets the job done. And a bunt formation coming up.
We talked about Minnesota's offensive weapons inability to create separation. Well, Nebraska's having that same problem. There just isn't a lot of space. Now, can he force these throws in here? Absolutely. But there's not a lot of space, and the rush gets to him again. There's 3, 4, multiple bodies tackling Raiola, it seems like, on every drop back pass.
He's definitely, though, playing like a quarterback that had 3 picks in his last game.
And I love that you don't make the big mistake. You don't want to play safe, but you don't want to make the big mistake.
Well, that's outstanding coverage, isn't it? That's Archie Wilson's boot. First down from the 1. In the I formation, Darius Taylor dots the I. Solid first down. I want to go back. Again, they go under center for Lindsey. Taylor. And this forward progress will take him between the 8 and the 9-yard line. Guthrie with the stop, though, giving 3. So 3rd down and 3 coming up.
When you're backed up here, it's called the black zone. And you do this drill in practice. Your goal, obviously you want to score a touchdown, but your goal is to get at least 2 first downs. And when you get 2 first downs, it allows you to flip the field. So here, this is a critical 3rd down, so you can get at least 1 of these first downs, continue to drive, and get to that 2nd so that you can flip the field position.
And the history and tradition of the black shirts. Well, they're all in white tonight. Looking for a stop here on 3rd down and 3. Lindsey, great pitch and catch to Brockington. Lamecki, Brockington with that reception. And that was a bullet that goes for a dozen yards and a first down.
That is so good by Brockington. A fifth-year senior understanding man coverage. He's going to get inside and set up right in the zone of the Nebraska defensive backfield. That is a nice job of understanding where he needs to get the first down. Hands catch, outside throw from your quarterback, and a first down.
Penny is your boy back in the game at running back now to spell Taylor. With the extra tight end. And again out of the I formation. And we've got an offensive line pre-snap movement. Might have been 50.
Yeah, it's the tight end out on the outside. Looks like it might have been Pierce Walsh.
I think false start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
I think they could have called it on 3 different guys, actually.
Oh, yeah, take your pick. You got tackle out here, number 57 out on the outside. Well, you got 2 guys out there. You can see these linebackers getting antsy for Nebraska. There you go.
Taylor. Puts a lot of heat on the defenses. Nice curl to the tight end Gears. Jamison Gears. I prefer ECU TVs myself.
What?
That would be extreme close-up Timmy B. Out of the shotgun, Lindsey. Taylor to the 39. Remember where this drive began, too. Just outside the 1. This could be one of those long drives that takes up the entire third quarter. He's your boy. They want this game to be played just like it's being played. Quick hitch out to Tracy. We could have a 9 to 10 minute drive here. Just what PJ Fleck would like. He's your boy. Chew up time as you do it. Look at that discrepancy in rushing yardage. Over the middle, on the cross. It's caught. A lot of obstruction there. Here's your boy, remains the setback. And he's going to tote it off the right side, and I don't think he got anywhere. He might get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Incomplete. Heavy personnel. 2 tight ends. Lindsey. Incomplete. Flag down. Brockington, the intended receiver. Donovan Jones was there. They could be bailed out. Just plow ahead with the I formation. He's your ball. That is a prescription for success for Minnesota. On the fade in the corner. It's Brockington. It's touchdown. Well, his father Jim, who played at Arkansas, his uncle Lindy, who played at Arkansas, and his grandpa, who is a legend from Arkansas. And so still a 1-possession game, but now you'd have to convert a 2-point conversion. And yards have been difficult to come by tonight for the Cornhuskers. Down goes Kenneth Williams. It may be in the aftermath of that 98-yard drive. Raiola on his own. Ushers himself out till he felt in real time. Raiola. Again, nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. Lindenmeyer, 44, is in the slot. Keep an eye on him. Down he goes again.
49, Matt Kingsbury.
Parrish is back deep. We'll just let it roll. Still some outstanding field position for the Gophers at their own 38-yard line. Darius Taylor back in the game for this drive. Here's your boy, took the lion's share of totes in that last drive. Underneath, he goes to Taylor, and he's got it. Second down and 7 as we open the fourth quarter. Here's your boy. To the 45. He'll be 3 yards shy of a first down. Big third down for the Nebraska defense.
Right, so once you get your team into a good run play and set up a 3rd and short, like I talked about earlier, I will keep the ball in the hands of my quarterback, Drake Lindsey. He's proven that he can be counted on, and what they've done is they've had success with those crossing patterns, those mesh patterns. Will they go back to it again is the question here.
A lot going on in sports tonight. And in college football, Miami went down to Louisville. So for those of you that are just joining us, we welcome you to the Big Ten on Fox. Carson Beck threw 4 picks tonight for the Hurricanes. Uh-oh, look out. Pass interference. Really well done, too. When you think about bringing a pass interference on, a lot of times it's because of an underthrown ball and the receiver understanding that, and Javon Tracy did, and he coaxes a PI out of it.
Yeah, I don't even think he did anything, though. Donovan Jones was out of position.
Yep.
Yeah, he's saying pass interference, defense number 37. You can see there, he's just running through the wide receiver, and the ball can't even get to him.
Yeah.
That's a number of times throughout this game where Minnesota's been bailed out by a call, but it's the correct call.
It is.
You had a holding call earlier on number 10, Andrew Marshall, and now you have the pass interference on number 37, Donovan Jones.
A lot of times, particularly when you see man coverage, see cornerbacks and or safeties just panic. Taylor. Pretty good cut to get ahead. Maybe 4 yards. Sean Singleton, number 8, with the tackle. Now, John Butler's defense has got to become a bit more opportunistic because the clock is whittling away, and an 8-point lead is pretty significant even at this early stage of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but they start to move the ball down into the high red and red zone area. Even if they don't get a touchdown, 11.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 3-score game.
Bootleg action for Lindsey. It is, boy, almost picked off. Jalen Smith had it ricochet off, and it was danger zone for a moment there. Jones and others in coverage. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, they go right back to that crossing pattern, and it's a nice throw. I think this ball should be caught. Lindsey gets on the outside, and he makes the throw. You have some space.
Oh, yeah.
You go with one hand. You got to get 2 hands on that football and make that catch. But good coverage to finally get to him by number 37, Donovan Jones, who had the pass interference a few plays ago. You got 0 coverage. They're going to bring pressure here.
Yeah, off the edge. There it is. Inside screen. It breaks free. Jalen Smith. How do you do? Javen Wright saved the touchdown. But it is now in the critical zone at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
So we've seen this holding call called multiple times throughout this game, and it's not called here. This, I would say that's a holding call. Ooh. So Nebraska's fans are going to be upset about that, but it's a perfectly timed call for the defense they were given. I yelled it out before it started. 0 coverage. They're bringing pressure, a screen, jailbreak, down inside the 5.
Boy, they did miss that. That was a huge missed holding call. Taylor, touchdown.
Darius Taylor's ability to be slow to the hole, right? He's going to get slow to the hole. He's going to see some leakage. He's going to give a jump cut and get outside. Slow to the hole, see leakage, jump cut outside, and an easy walk-in touchdown for number 1 in that maroon and gold.
A call that went their way in the Nebraska secondary, and a call that was not made for their offense on an obvious hold. And suddenly you're down by 15 points. He needs a little help from his friends, particularly that offensive line that's yielded many a sack in tonight's game. 266 yards since the first quarter. Only 112 for Nebraska since the first quarter. That's Johnson, stopped by Baranowski.
Yeah, he's a stud down on the field, and when we talked to him yesterday, he just wants to hit guys. Baranowski does a very nice job there of tracking that run down.
Nebraska has struggled in third quarters, but boy, they've had great fourth quarters. Time for Raiola to shine right now. Checks it down to Johnson, who's dumped just past the 30 at the 31. Kerry Brown and Baranowski collaborate. Tell you what, they don't miss many tackles in that Golden Gopher back end.
You're absolutely right. They've done a really nice job of getting guys on the ground when they have the opportunity. Remember, Elijah Pritchett was kicked out of this game, number 57, so you got a different left tackle in the game protecting Raiola.
Very quickly to Emmett Johnson. And they have the first down past the 40 to the 41. Coy Parrish with the tackle.
We've seen that these moments are never too big for Dylan Raiola. He plays in the fourth quarter. He performs in the fourth quarter. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He has to have all of that to get back in this football game.
Dana Holgerson looks to dial up something here on first down. Looking long. He's got Hunter. Oh, and I think he lost it. That was Brian again getting his hand very close in there. He's been picked on all night and has been up to the challenge.
Tim, from my view, it looks like he drops this football.
Yeah.
What a throw. Oh, that's a perfectly thrown football.
Yep.
And a guy who's been so reliable the last couple weeks. Now Isaiah Hunter lets one get away. Hits him right on the face mask. You can't throw it any better.
Yeah, almost got some of the shoulder pad. Raiola couldn't believe it. 2nd and 10. Still great coverage, though, by Brian. He made it difficult in man coverage. Mosey trying to get outside and is hammered by McMillan. Look who's back in there. Jaonte McMillan, who looked to have had his bell rung a bit earlier. He's back in there laying the leather.
Welcome back, Jaonte McMillan, man. He comes down and he lays the wood. Watch him come out of the safety position, and he stops it from going anywhere.
Put that shoulder right in there on the pads. 3rd down and 8. Out of the shotgun with Emmett Johnson by Raiola's side. Down he goes again. Jackson Howard, number 1. That's his 2nd of the night, the 8th team sack. Completely unblocked on this play. And they're going to have to punt it.
Yep, Jackson Howard, he just comes off the edge, unevaded to the quarterback. Nobody even touches him. I don't understand how big number 77, Gunnar Gatula, doesn't see him. He tries to block a linebacker coming from distance rather than a guy lined up on the line of scrimmage.
Wilson needs a boomer here. End over end. And taken by Parrish with a fair catch. Well, we touched on the issues at the tackle position, and it has marred Nebraska's effort tonight. And there goes Darius Taylor again for a first down. And I'm beginning to see some shoulders shrugged wearing the white jerseys and white pants. They've been on the field a long time in this second half.
You got no edge to the defense. You don't got no chance. I'm telling you, number 1 in that maroon and gold is having himself a day, and he continues to abuse this Nebraska rush defense.
Those numbers are getting even more dramatic as the game goes on.
What were my keys to this game, Tim?
Yeah.
For Minnesota, you had to establish the run, and because you did that, it allowed Drake Lindsey to have the juice to make every single play he needed to.
And he's played within himself in doing that.
Of course.
Absolutely within himself. Taylor trying to get wide. And give credit to Nebraska's Deshaun Singleton stringing that play out.
Can't really see who it was, but lined up in the neutral zone.
Oh, boy.
Before the snap there.
Yeah.
Offside, 97. Line penalty. It's first down.
Keona Davis. So even after a good play defensively, this is clear to see that he's in the neutral zone right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Nebraska, there have been opportunities out there, and you've just shot yourself in the foot.
Yep.
Whether it be a pass interference, a hold, they line up off sides. You just continue to give Minnesota opportunities. Minnesota is not a team that's going to beat themselves, and it's on full display tonight.
Yeah, they had really the perfect antidote in terms of having to deal with Nebraska. Darius Taylor being healthy again goes a long way in handling that.
Darius Taylor, the ball carrier for the Gophers.
It's another first down. At least it looks like it's a first down.
I mean, if something drastic doesn't happen, Nebraska may not get this football back. And if they do get it back, it'll be because there's another touchdown on the board for Minnesota. This run game and this offensive line just continues to move Nebraska's defenders off the football.
These fans who drove up, many of them did. They were staying in our hotel. Well, they were fired up. Opportunity to win back-to-back road games, which hasn't happened in a very, very long time. Since 2006, in fact. Taylor. Stretch play, stretching Nebraska's D, and wisely gets down before going out of bounds.
Again, there's no edge to the defense.
There is a marker down, however.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 95.
Wow.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first downs.
He did not go out of bounds. Face mask occurs right in the middle.
Yep, you can see it right there in the middle of your screen. Like I talked about, just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Nebraska's defense has been withering away, right? In this running game for Minnesota, when we talked to offensive coordinator Greg Harbaugh, he was adamant. He said, listen, we are going to establish the run come hell or high water. We're going to do it. And he was not lying.
That was Gabe Moore, 95, the transfer from Mississippi State. They got some of that face mask. Femi Ejimoy is in. Out of the I formation again. Look at that. Look at that. Just dragging Sierra Wright and Deshaun Singleton.
Movement by the offensive line, the middle of your screen. Center number 78, Ashton Beers, gets to the second level, and then the rest is all number 7, Femi Ejimoy.
By the way, we were talking about being in the hunt, potentially, as maybe that fourth team out of the Big Ten that Nebraska had that chance. Think about this now. Yeah, they got blown out by Ohio State. A lot of teams have. Lost a non-conference game in Berkeley against Cal. Very early first road game for this young quarterback, Lindsey. Minnesota can be heard from within the Big Ten, too, with a win here tonight. Moving forward. Ejimoy is stopped by Javen Wright. They need some tackles for losses, and best case scenario, really a turnover.
Oh, yeah, they certainly need a turnover.
This thing may be over. I mean, right here, right now.
The clock just continues to tick, 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 tick. And then you look at the timeout situation for Nebraska. They only have 2.
Yep. Franklin Bierman got a little tied up. Am I still in here? No, we're going to go with an extra tight end. We're going heavy. Technically second and goal, even though they're backed up to the 14.
Love the maturity of Drake Lindsey, getting out of the huddle late, making sure you use all of the play clock.
Taylor burrows ahead to the 13-yard line. Minnesota is spoiling it all for Nebraska right now. Taylor, nothing. Stopped at the 12. Elijah Judy with the tackle. And it's a touchback. Underneath to Emmett Johnson. I'll tell you what, that young man's played as hard as he can tonight. He has.
Yeah. If you're Minnesota on defense, you want to make sure you do not give up the big play. No chunk plays allowed. Make sure you keep everything in front of you and you get out of here with a win.
Gain of 10, so it's a first down at the 35 for Big Red. Raiola, again, staying underneath with the tight end Lindenmeyer. And they quickly get it out to the 47-yard line. Yeah, Carter Mins the stop.
Nebraska has no timeouts left, right? So if you don't give up huge chunk plays, even if they drive down, you make them drive down to score a touchdown, they're going to have to rely on an onside kick to even get the football back.
4 wides and Emmett Johnson in the backfield. That's Lindenmeyer into the slot left. A little bubble screen taken by Isaiah Hunter. And another first down. Brown kid can play. Emmett Johnson. Well, he decides to get as much yardage as possible, but the clock will continue to tick.
Yeah, they've got to move quickly. Being tackled in bounds there before the first down is not good because the clock doesn't get the chance to stop while they move the chain.
Yeah, he could have taken himself out of bounds easily, chose not to. 2nd and 1. 3.5 to play. Raiola getting some heat, throws that one away, really had to. In the direction of Johnson, and Raiola's got a little hitch in his giddy up. He had to contort his body as he was rolling left and throwing right. Maybe he got stepped on here.
Yeah, you're going to see his leg. It's his leg. He's going to hit the offensive lineman, right? And that's kind of getting in that quad area. That always hurts.
3rd down and 1. Quentin Ives, 28, is checked in at running back. Crossing pattern incomplete. Lindenmeyer, the intended receiver. And now you're down to 4th and 1. Got a feel for Raiola. He's been running for his life, and fairly similar to really 2.5 quarters of the Michigan State game.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to defensive coordinator Danny Collins, man. He saw that he can't be protected, so we're going to send guys, but also we're going to take away those quick throws, and it's really frustrated this Nebraska offense.
Johnson, no way, no how. Minnesota with an exclamation point to close this baby out. Matt Kingsbury led the charge, number 49. He's been all over the place in the office all night. He's also watching every press conference that the opposition's coaches are having. He almost becomes, in a lot of ways, a psychological guru.
Yeah, I mean,
based on what he hears coaches say.
That was his process. He said, listen, I do all my film, I do everything I need to do, but then late at night, when I'm in the office and I'm going to sleep, I watch all their press conferences just to see if I can get one little nugget that might be the difference in the reason why we win a football game. I'm just telling you, he found a bunch of little nuggets.
I mean, when he was a position coach, he had to sleep in closed-in closets before he got an office. Darius Taylor back in there, running back. Gets it up to just shy of the 40-yard line as we come to the 2-minute timeout. Huge day of college football tomorrow. One of the things I personally love, Devin, about doing these Friday night delights is that we can get home on an early flight and watch everything from big noon forward, and
hey, guess
we're
what,
doing
Tim?
that tomorrow.
I'm going to get back enough time, and I'm going to be at Big Noon.
And we can start thinking about that great smorgasbord of college football we've got to watch when we get home. Taylor ahead to the 40.
This is a huge signature win.
Oh, is it ever?
Fleck.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee you, Nebraska didn't see this coming. And most of college football probably didn't. That seemed to be an arrival victory at Maryland. By the way, that's an interesting game. Maryland and UCLA tomorrow. The way that quarterback for the Terps, Loxley's got himself a quarterback. I mean, he's got a big-time quarterback at Maryland to go up against UCLA, who right now is the belle of the ball in college football. Barney's got some room. He's going to try it. Look out for Corey Barney if he gets another block. Ran out of real estate at about the 45. That's a great return.
The belle of the ball in the Big Ten. He's playing really, really good football.
Lindenmeyer underneath. He took a lick, but kept on going forward to midfield. And we'll have time for maybe one more snap. Raiola, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? The ninth sack of the night, and credit Anthony Smith and Carter Minns collaborating on that one.
Yeah, that's been the story of the game. They just cannot protect Raiola, and a few weeks ago against Michigan State, that was the story. And it just continues. They have to find a way to protect him, but tonight, it was this defense of Minnesota, their young quarterback, who I think grew up even more. Unbelievable performance by Minnesota, both on offense and defense. The crowd is storming the field.
Yeah, it mattered, didn't it? They're out on the field. Good for them. Enjoy it. Take it all in. It will be a difficult week and a long Saturday for Matt Rhule, who, by the way, is a whale of a coach. You got to believe that there will be a bounce back in this Cornhuskers team. But they got to solve their issues in their offensive front, particularly those tackles.
Yeah, but you just got to give all the credit to Minnesota, man. They have been impressive to watch. And you know, in the meetings, you said you were super impressed with them in the meetings.
Yes.
You kind of changed your tune. You thought that Nebraska had a bit of an edge, but you thought it was fairly even coming away from those meetings.
Yeah, after we came out of those meetings, because there's so much resolve, not just with PJ. PJ's the ultimate optimist. But when I get it from Harbaugh and especially Danny Collins.
We're just so proud of our kids, our coaches, our staff, administration. It's a big win for the program. Every year is its own entity, right? Just so proud of our kids, the resolve, put the ball down and play some football tonight. That's exactly what they did. Put your hand in the dirt and let's roll.
Well, Drake, you wanted to carve your own path. In a family full of Arkansas folks, you wanted to set your own tone and come here to Minnesota. How much are nights like this making it worth this?
Yeah, you know, we got the best students in the country. But no, it's been great, man. I mean, I love Coach Fleck, the culture we got. I mean, this is what we're made on. We're made on running the ball and making it dirty, so we got it done.
You guys did establish the run out here tonight, but how about the defense getting to Raiola all night long and getting you guys back on the field?
Yeah, you know, our defense played unreal. I mean, our D-line, you know, they're working so hard and came to tuition day. I think they had double-digit sacks tonight, but they played their butt off, man, and we just got to keep building on it.
Congrats on the win. Go celebrate with all these students out here, brother.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Thank you.